Welcome again, friends. It's so good to be with you again, and I'm excited to dig into today's topic of simplicity. It's a value at Solid Ground Church, and it's something that's been a value in my life. I would love to say it was because I read the scriptures and came to this principle through a careful examination of God's Word, but actually it came from just being stressed out and having too much stuff and not having enough time and all of those things piling up. And through minimalist bloggers and, of course, the life-changing magic of Marie Kondo's tidying up types of things led me to see this is actually a biblical principle that we're supposed to have margin in our lives so that we can give to others. And we want to give you practical tools for that today. And we needed a little bit of help from Chris Anthony Lansdowne. We are so happy to have someone that many of you know from her work as an actor, a voice actor at Adventures in Odyssey. And that's not all there is to her. And just wanted to say hi. And hi, Chris.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah,
Nice to
can you
be
tell
here
us a little
today.
bit more? Yeah, tell us a little bit more about yourself and what you're doing these days.
Well, this is so much fun. I love to chat. I probably love to chat too much, but
You'll fit
yeah,
in well around here then.
good. Um, yes, I've been a voice actor for almost 40 years, or a little bit more than that. And God's used my voice for many different things, from Adventures in Odyssey. Thank you, Lord. We're still going strong 37 years later.
Wow.
And I was the voice for Barbie for 10 years. I was her original voice. Just many
Wow.
crazy, crazy things that I've done. But it wasn't until maybe 10 years ago, no, well, maybe 12 years ago, I had this feeling that God gives us many talents and different things. And I was, in that one lane for my whole life. And then we went through such a drought with COVID and all kinds of things that happened. And a lot of us couldn't work. And we had to think about what else can we do? What else is there about us? And I sat in my car one day and I said, well, I feel like I'm this tree with these branches, and I've learned how to use my branches all my life, and I know how to use them well, and they're strong branches. But then I thought, right now I can't use those branches. What other branches do I have, that things I can do that I might do well, or be able to do, be good at? And that's when I sat there and I thought, what else can I do that's creative? And I thought, and guess what came to mind? The fact that I like to organize. I love to organize. I go to my friend's house and we're having coffee, and they said, my kitchen's a mess. I got all this junk in my kitchen, or all the stuff in my closet, or all the stuff in my living room or garage, whatever it was. Can you help me? Because I know you like to organize. And sure. My brain just starts looking at messes and goes, do, 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 do. And I thought to myself, okay, this is good. I was going to a lot of my friends' houses doing this. I thought this might make a good side business for me because I enjoy it. People need it. And let's face it, right now in this season of life, it is time to start to evaluate the things that you have cluttered your life with, because we have a lot of them, including me. And I learned that there is a lot of emotional attachments to a lot of stuff, from too many clothes in your closets to things in your garage, that we do. We clutter our lives with things. And we think if we buy them or someone gives it to us, we have to live with it for the rest of our lives. Well, you don't. You really don't. It crowds you. Some people just cover themselves with it, where once you let go of this stuff, you feel free. You feel your brain is clear. You can think well. You know where things are. It saves you time. And I just find that organizing is just a really great way to live if you can do it.
That's amazing. And I've got to say, I'm so thankful for people like you in my life. Thank you for what you do, because I need that. I'm the reason why you have a side a side business. Like, So what you're doing, it matters and it's working.
I find that since I'm around a lot of people, this has been not only a side job for me to organize and help people get free of all the clutter and junk they've accumulated, but it's also a ministry. And I've
Wow.
accepted that because what happens is people get so consumed and so bogged down, and they get just they're just so they can't find their way out of it, and um, just by me coming in and letting them know that they can trust me. I'm not a critical person. I'm not someone who goes, "Oh my goodness, look at all the stuff you got over there." I don't do any of that. I go, "Yeah, let's do this. Let's take this mountain together." And I make it kind of a victory thing to where we work together. And there's people that after we've taken stuff out, I usually clear out a whole room and then we put back in what they really want. It's so
Wow.
freeing that they'll look at the room, they'll go and they'll cry and they'll say, I couldn't move. It just sat on me every day. I went in the room and there was all this junk. So what they did was they threw more stuff in and closed the door. But what happens is it's so rewarding. I help them get free. And and there are times I'm sorry, I'm so happy to be talking about this because I've gone into people's lives and homes and I think I mix in my silliness because because I am silly. I'm a voice actor. I've done cartoon voices, but I try to give a little bit of the fun of who I am in with the mess of what they got, and I kind of mix it together and I say, let's come on, we can do this. The bugs won't like it, but we will. I just try to make it a little bit funny and fun.
It's
And
brilliant.
and I gotta say one quick story, and then you can say, Chris, stop talking.
Oh, this is
Um,
great.
Well, there was this one lady, she had this one room that she says every time she went into it, she cried. She couldn't stand it anymore. She couldn't find anything. She was buying three of the same thing because she never remembered she already had two other. You keep buying the same thing because you forget you got those things. And we're going through her stuff in this room, and there's just a pile of stuff everywhere. And I think to myself, I'm that too. I get it. I understand how that happens. I'm going through this stuff with her, and she's sitting over on a chair. She's kind of going through stuff, and I in at the bottom of the pile of this boxes and um, Christmas paper and dog toys, everything we all have. I find this tiny little box, and I went, "Oh, what's this?" And I opened it up, and inside of it was this little gold cross, and I went, "Oh, did you are you missing this?" And she stopped and she did this and she looks down and she starts to cry. And I went, okay. And I thought, oh boy, what is this? And she goes, well, my daughter was in a car accident. I still get choked for this stuff. I gave it to her for Christmas one year and we lost it and we couldn't find it. And
Mm.
unfortunately, my daughter passed away. So here I am innocently, look what I found for you. She goes, that's the necklace we couldn't find for her. Took it and I went, oh, I just put it back in the box and I said, here it is. It's a part of her for you, and we had this moment and I realized, wow, this is powerful stuff. God can use anything. And she sat there in the chair with this little box and I thought, thank you that we had this moment. And I thought, this is just so much of what you can do by going through the things you don't want to touch. It's like surgery. If you have, I'm going to give you a crazy picture, a knife in your stomach, and
Mhm.
and what you do your whole life is you bandage over that, you bandage over it and bandage over it so that nobody will touch it
Hmm.
because that's what we do with pain. We go, no, 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 don't come near me, don't touch it, don't talk about that it's not really there. And what God wants to do is he wants to say, look, trust me, it's going to be painful, but let me take it out because that's how it's going to heal. So once we go, okay, and you go through the pain and the surgery of that and take it out, then you heal. And that picture has always been with me when I organize. Some things are painful because people are going through divorces, and I'm going through stuff, precious stuff that they got married and were gifts. And they look at it and they go, ah, they don't want to let go of it because it's worth something. But how does it make you feel when you look at it? Horrible. So all that to say is I try to be delicate, I try to be sensitive, and I let God lead the way. And we end up with a really cool looking room with all the stuff. We donate it to the Women's Crisis Center, we donate it to Goodwill or whatever. And it's like people don't want to throw it away, they want to waste. But I have places for them to take it, and then they think, yeah, it's doing some good.
It's so incredibly practical too, not just at a material level, but emotionally. I feel lightened, my burden lightened, and I don't even know these folks. So, and I'm thinking of people I know as well, not just myself, who've experienced the feeling lighter. Or I love that you make it a thing, a victorious thing.
Yeah.
So this act of figuring out what's really essential
Yep.
or simplifying, that definitely has a benefit. But in my view of the world, things are connected. It's never just about the thing. There's a lot of times a thing behind the thing. What are some other benefits to simplifying or organizing that people don't realize down the line, that the domino effect of this process?
Yeah. When you have too much stuff, we cocoon ourselves in stuff when we think that's a safe place to be, where actually freedom is from that stuff. You start
Hmm.
to, you're, it just weighs on your mind. You start to feel like, oh, it's just, there's just a room full of this. I don't want to approach it. And it just, when you're organized, it keeps you, it's a time thing too.
Hmm.
You know where you put something, so you go to it and get it. I always give people places for things, so their mind says, I know where to go get that. We designate things, and it's such a freedom. If you have, for example, 20 scissors, and people have a lot of scissors in their house.
Hmm.
Hey,
That's
honey,
real.
where's the scissors? Hey, honey, where's the sink cleaner? It's like that is so much time wasted of just trailing around trying to find things. I always designate. I don't know if I'm answering the question right, but there's time that is saved by knowing where things are and where to put things. So
Yeah.
I always put like things all together, you know.
Uh-huh.
If you got pictures, make a big old picture box and put pictures in the picture box, because we have pictures floating everywhere. And I always
Have you
make a
been to
picture
my
box.
house? It sounds like you're describing my house right now.
This is me too. The
Yeah.
reason I know this is because I am that. I'm very sentimental. I save everything. I have a box, big box of birthday cards.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't throw away birthday cards. I thought, you're such a hypocrite. Read the birthday cards, take a picture of the special ones, and say bye-bye. And you know what? I have a whole drawer now of emptiness I can put things in. I know I don't mean to make light of that because it is very emotional to keep things. But
Sure.
say you got 10 of something, keep one of it.
Mm-hmm.
You,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to keep the whole set. And sometimes we put things, we box them for our kids. We're saving them for our kids. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
our our parents give us things. We got all their stuff they don't want anymore. So they go, here, I thought you'd want this. Oh, I know you love all these 600 dishes. And you're going, I don't really want them. Or you box them. And then when you go to be with Jesus, all your kids or people that love you are faced with all the stuff that
Yeah.
you should have said, goodbye to. Now they don't care about it. It's just as easy for them to come in with a tractor and take it, or dig it out. They don't want it. You're just leaving all that for them. So
Hmm.
that's another reason to not fill your life with a whole bunch of stuff. Other people don't want your junk.
I didn't even think about that as a added benefit. Not only are you spending less time remembering where the scissors are, in my house it's pliers. I have some above the washing machine. I have it in two different places in my garage, and then there's a pair of pliers upstairs. I don't even use pliers that much. So
Get
already
the
you've made
pliers, get a plastic container, and put all the like. I always do like people in their house will make like a small container of house tools. Put the
yep.
pliers in there, put the scissors, put a screwdriver, and then on the container, if you want a lid on it or not, you write supplies, tool supplies. And I'll tell you the freedom that is I've organized for people. I go to their house and I go, "Hey, can I buy?" I laugh. "Can I borrow a pair of scissors?" And they go right to the drawer. They got this container full of little tools of screwdrivers. I go, "Who helped you do that?"
That's so good. But I'm sure there's a lot of our listeners that are watching, and when they saw the title of this, when they saw that you were going to be on the podcast, they were thinking, I know someone who needs to hear this. People do the same with my sermons, the elbowing in the side. So
Uh,
if there's someone here that needs to organize and get rid of some stuff and they don't know it yet, what are some symptoms that people have that are really traced to this thing that you do of helping people organize their life, but they may not know it yet. What are they experiencing that might be signs they need to go down this path?
I'm going to give you a couple tips to if you find yourself in a room and it just feels overwhelming. You don't know where anything is in it. I'm going to I'm going to take you to a closet. Okay. So say you have this closet and every time you open it, something falls out and hits you in the head. That's one thing. You open and you go, I don't know where anything is in this closet. It is completely full. That's another sign.
Hmm.
Um, you you have a great closet full of stuff and there's no way of knowing what's really in it because you have too much in it. We do that with clothes. Clothes, we pack our closets so close together with clothes that the things you really want to wear, you can't find them because you have all this stuff of all these things you don't really wear anymore. And you're looking, you go, I can't find the stuff I want to wear because I got all these clothes that I'm gonna when I lose weight, I'm gonna wear those. And oh, when I go camping, I'm gonna wear that because I'll have clothes for camping or painting my house. I get clothes for that. You save stuff. That's not good anymore. That doesn't work. You're a prisoner. You're gonna only wear about probably 20% of your clothes in your closet, and the rest of it is all your old bowling shirt, things that you
Right.
don't wear anymore. It's not a sin to let it go. It it's you can give it to somebody else that could be excited about it and actually wear it.
Just so you know, as we've been talking, the verse of Jesus's words keeps going through my heart and my mind. Wherever your treasure is, there will your heart be also. And this is great practical information. I'm going to go home and take another look at my closet. Can you talk to me about the spiritual implications of this process as well?
Yes. You know, we do fill our lives with things, and God wants to be the main thing. Like
Mm.
I'll buy something new and I'll just keep looking at it and rearranging it, and, really just glorifying it and thinking how wonderful it is. It's like I find when I start to idolize things in my life, you get a car, anything that just kind of trumps God, it's
Hmm.
you kind of you get off track, and he doesn't want us to be prisoner of things. Um, because when something happens to those things, then it takes you down, then it affects your life. And that's why think light. Think about what he wants to be the center of, not all those beautiful new pillows on your couch. I don't know if I can communicate that right, but it's like Your treasure should be in Him, in heaven, in things, in people. I feel like what you are and how you treat people are much more important than what you fill your house with. You can have the perfect house with all the perfect things, and but let's face it, when you go and you leave this earth, what are you going to be remembered for? That great looking kitchen. Did you see how they remodeled that? No, none of this isn't important. What you are inside, how you treat people. If you're kind-hearted, if you're kind to people and you treat them with respect, I when I go out of the house, there's some days I don't feel that great. I'm just, kind of going through the motions. And I see somebody, I'm just going to share this with you. I see somebody and I think, this happened just the other day. I saw a guy behind the meat counter at my grocery store. He's working away and he's got his head down the whole time. Not once did he pick his head up.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And I looked at him and I went, huh, everybody wants him to give them their shrimp or their cut up meat. I looked at him and I thought, I can't, what? Okay, Chris, be careful. You're going to touch something. You're going to poke a bear here. And I went, hey, I go, how's it going? He goes, going okay. Put his head back down, did his job. I thought, that didn't work. I thought, I just want to connect. I want him to know I care. He's here at his job today. So I go, "Huh, hey, where would you rather be if you weren't here at your job today?" He goes, picks his head up just like this. He goes, and I thought, oh, what have you done? He goes, well,
Yeah.
he puts down the thing. He looks at me, goes, I'd rather be on a fishing boat with my dad,
Ooh.
listening to him tell some stories, stories I've heard a million times, and what I wouldn't give to just hear that story one more time.
Oh my goodness.
I went, what? Whoa, 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 whoa. What door did I just open?
Yeah.
He gave me his full attention. He told me exactly where he wanted to be, what his heart was speaking. He was missing his dad. He wanted to be on a boat hearing stories. His dad is no longer there. It was, I honestly did not understand the impact I was making by wanting to make sure somebody knew that I cared they were at their job today. And I looked at him and I went, wow, really? He was, and it's like he went from not talking to blah, 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 conversing
Mm-hmm.
and saying, yeah, yeah, I've worked at this job for this many years. Blah, blah. He's just chatting. And I go, wow, thank you for sharing all that. And he goes, what can I get you? It was like someone turned on the switch. I went, it only took
Wow.
making, telling somebody, I see you, I care about you. You're not my slave to just stand back there and be a robot and cut up what I need. It's like, that's what I want to do. And I think about that when I organize. I want to touch people and connect with people. It's not even about all the organizing or about, like, I'm in a job with, my voice work is, it's attention getting because it's so fun and, but when the day is done, all that just is junk, like junk in your closet. You've got to make a purpose in it in your life in a different way. You've got to connect with people. There's a world of hurting people out there.
Right.
Like, just to me, I went in the grocery store a week later. He picked his head up and goes, "Hey, how's it going?" I went, "Is that better than a big job I could have got?" In some ways, it didn't pay as much, but yeah, it was a feeling. I thought, I don't know. When I go into people's houses and they get overwhelmed with their stuff, I said, "This is stuff. You're not taking any of
Yeah.
it with you. What
Yeah.
do you want people to know about you, to remember about you? Not your junk. Get rid of it. It's
Mm-hmm.
just bogging you down. And
Mm.
let God fill your house with kindness and love and hospitality. They're not coming for
Amen.
the dishes.
That's the that's the perfect illustration for the why behind it's not just about organization and things being in their place. That's wonderful.
Yeah,
Thank you for illustrating the end goal of simplicity is so we have margin in our lives to bless other people.
yeah,
Maybe with material things, but if you had a cluttered mind and a cluttered schedule that day, and we're all in a space, you just wanted your shrimp and get out
yeah,
but God was able to reach his hand through you And
You're a good pastor. I'll tell you right
many.
now. It's like
Well, this is,
I love your heart. I love how you just summed
oh,
that up for me. And it's like I we don't know each other that well, but I wish I did because I can tell you you love the Lord and you bring those
oh,
messages from the heart. And
oh.
it's like
Well, I
I'm
feel the
really
same way about you. So thank you. And um, so hopefully this will be the first of many conversations. And until we can be together again, where can our people find you and your work and what you do?
well, I do have a Facebook and an
Okay.
Instagram. I do. You can message me. I'm always, if you go to my Facebook, you'll see it's never political.
Oh,
It's
thank you.
never, it's never, uh,
Thank you for
he-
simplifying our lives that way too.
it's never heavy. I fill it with stories about things I've gone through, funny comics. It's lighthearted. So, that's why I can send people to my Facebook because I'm not embarrassed about anything that I shouldn't have on there. I put things on there that I love and that I think people like to, listen. So you can message me there, Instagram too. I think it's an okay way to, define me
All right.
or say, hey,
Wonderful.
you.
Or hey, you, just shout it out. That's amazing. Well, it's nice to meet you, and thank you again so much. Thank you for your time and then sharing the way God is using you in expanding God's kingdom through reducing our clutter, or I don't know how to say
Get
it, but
free, get free, get rid of it
get
because
free.
it's just bogging you down. It's like
Come on
once you
now.
do it, you got wings.
I love it.